Back in our rate.php file, inside of our rate class, we start with public function get post, which is our new method. We pass the ID as parameter, and first we check if this parameter has been passed through. So if is an empty ID, then we're going to do something. Now we check if this object db equals null. Then what we want to do is to connect. So this connect. Now after all this, we start with a SQL statement. So SQL equals select all from this table underscore 1 where ID equals question mark. And then we go for statement equals this object db prepare. We're using the prepared statement as we're going to be passing parameters to this specific statement. So statement execute, and now in array we pass the parameters. We only have one, so it's the ID, and then return statement fetch, because we only fetch one record, pdo fetch underscore assoc for associative array. Now our method is completed. Let's create a new one. So scroll down a little bit, create a few new lines, and now we can actually copy this method because it's going to have quite a few common options. So if we copy this, rename it by to get by user, and we pass the ID, and now we also check and isn't empty this underscore user. And now we obviously check for the connection, which is all good. Now we're going to be populating data from the second table, which is the ratings, then where user equals question mark, and then end item equals another question mark. The same thing, prepare SQL. Now parameters we're going to be passing. The first one is this underscore user, and the second one is the ID of the item, and then fetch, obviously, method basically doing the same thing. So we're looking for a specific record of the rating inside of the ratings table, finding whether this specific user has already submitted the rating for the specific item. And obviously if it did, we're going to find it and the record will be returned. Otherwise, it's going to be empty. So let's move to the next video.